Hello everyone. Today we will start a inbuilt Python function that is called print. Very easy. I hope that you know that how to install Python, how to run Python. I will not go into details about the history of Python. We will directly start Python class. So I will later separately make a video about Python introduction. But today let's start with a function. So a Google doc will be shared with you. So you can check from that doc. So let's open my PowerShell. So right click and shift. You can see open PowerShell window here. So this is the Windows PowerShell, and here you have to write Python. Python should be small letter, not capital. See that if you write Python with capital letter, it is also working. So print bracket should start, and there will be double inverted comma, hello world. So whatever you will write inside double inverted comma, it will be printed. Now there can be a question, can we use single inverted comma instead of double? Let's see. I don't know. You have to explore with me. Yeah, that is also working. So now there is a very interesting thing in Python. If you start the line with just extra space and run the command, there will be a error, and that error is called indentation error. What is the meaning of indentation error? Indentation means every line in Python should start with a specific space. So print, the function print normally start from without a space. In if-else statement, we will later see that in which statement requires how many gaps. But print statements would start from the beginning only. So that is the thing. Now, suppose there is an argument. If you write comma int equals to like star, suppose you are giving star, what that means? That means that whatever you will write, like here hello world, at the end of hello world, that symbol will come. Let's run. Yeah. Oh, indentation error already there because I have one extra space. Let's start from the beginning and run it. So, oh, there is extra bracket also. Can you see syntax error? I am getting syntax error means there is a rule how you can write each line of Python. If you are not following that rule, definitely you will get a syntax error. So see in previous one, I have one extra bracket. Even if you have one extra bracket, you will get an error. So now run this command here. See that after hello world, the star is added. So whatever end you will write, whatever symbol, suppose in here I am adding star, percentage, some signs, that all the signs will be added after hello world. Now I am removing it. Suppose hello world. I want to print hello in first line and world in the next line. So this symbol slash in that represent next line. So run it. See that hello in is first line and world is in the second line. So that's how you can change line in Python. Now another thing. So can we give some suppose uh, after print, can you give some space and then run like the comment like that? Yes, that also true. Can you give some extra space? Like suppose you are careless and you are writing in that way. Is it working? Yes. So space in between print will not hamper anything. But before the print function, you are not allowed to give extra space. Now I think I have covered almost everything. Indentation space also matters. And now there is a thing what I have to mention. Suppose you are writing a blank print without anything. So it will give a blank line. And another thing, suppose you are writing something, my father, my father's name is Amit. Okay. So can you see one thing that father's name, in your father's name, to write father's name, you should have a apostrophe, comma, single inverted comma, my father's name. So see that here one comma is starting, the comma is ending here. Again, another comma is starting. Definitely, it should give an error, isn't it? Because the Python is thinking that my father, then it is ending. Then after that, S name is Amit. It will be ignored, isn't it? So there will be an error. So either you can use double inverted comma to ignore the single inverted comma like that and run it here. But if you are using single inverted comma and you want to ignore any inverted comma in between, then you have to write this symbol. Now, if you run, there will not be any error. Suppose you want to print, I am showing you, suppose what will happen if you print this? I told you this symbol represents a new line. So let's see what happens. Yeah, can you see there are two lines, isn't it? Two lines is printed instead of one line. That's a very strange thing. Another thing, suppose you want to print this symbol exactly, what you should do? Slash in you want to print. So you want to ignore this sign, isn't it? So if you print that, yeah. So can you see? You print slash in. So if you write slash in, it will go to next line. But you want to print slash in only as it is. So you have to ignore the sign of that slash to tell Python that takes lesson not as a command, as a printing statement. So that's how we can do that. So we almost covered the print function. So another thing I want to show you that in Google, if you write print documentation, print function, documentation in Python. A print is a function. A function means which is doing something for it. So print function documentation in Python and go to the first website. So we get everything which is available about the print statement. So you can self-learn. So if you go to the print function, see that we almost covered at the end statement, flash file you later add. A basic print function we covered today. So thank you for it. Now I am closing.